Call the meeting of the Loan Committee of the Board of Investments to order. I see member Barry, Bennett, and Youngkin. Online is member Kober online as well.
Yep.
He's here in the office. He's here.
Oh, okay. He's there. Okay, there he is. Yeah, now I see him on the video. Okay, so all members are present. First item, any public comment on issues within the committee's jurisdiction? Hearing none, we'll move on to the next item. Review and approval of the October 11th, 2023 meeting minutes.
I'll move the minutes.
I'll second.
Motion seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, passes unanimously. Next item, executive director comments.
Mr. Chairman, nothing for the committee.
All right, moving through. Next item on the agenda, intercap loan requests. Louise.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the record, Louise Welsh, the Senior Bond Program Officer. We have a couple of things for the board loan committee today, the intercap loan request and the CRP program discussion. First of all, we have one loan request for the MSU Billings, Montana State University Billings. The staff had approved a loan for $450,000 for the elevator project at the Rimrock Hall. And they are requesting an increase on that, and they're also expanding the project to include replacing a 1962 boiler. Now, there's a shocker. It's still alive, but they want to get it changed before it dies for sure. So we are asking, of course, this raised it to loan committee level. They are asking a total of 1.8, actually $1,824,675 to be exact. And staff is recommending approval of this loan.
This is a more efficient replacement.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
So the loan
There's
increase,
no hope so.
was that cost overruns or what?
With the increase, yes. With the inflation, the construction costs have skyrocketed for them, so they had to increase it that much.
So can I ask a question on this? So the Commissioner of Higher Education's office has authority over these kinds of construction projects. They don't need to go to long-range building planning or anything like that. Is that how that works?
Do you want?
Sure, I can.
Okay.
So how the university handles it, within the statute, revenue producing facilities such as the residences and that sort of thing, they don't need that
Okay.
authority to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I took your thunder, I'm sorry. I forgot.
So basically, the regents oversee the stuff that's tuition and tax expenditures, whereas the revenue, it's almost like an enterprise fund for the residence halls and stuff like that, then virtually.
Right, that's the easiest way to look at it.
Okay.
You still do make sure that they do the authorization for it.
Yep.
So anything under 500,000, the Commissioner of Higher Ed, they can authorize those. Above that, it goes to the full Board of Regents for those.
Any other questions? Hearing none.
Yeah, I would move to approve the loan of $1.824675 million for the MSUB project.
I've got a motion from member Youngkin. There's second.
I'll second
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. Thanks, Louise. Go ahead and continue with the next item.
Thank you. You may recall that we were kind of given the heads up about the Montana CRP loan program, that it's the interest in that has trailed off considerably. And we did receive the last payment in on that particular program in October. We've only had one loan sitting in there for 5 years now. So it's, to be short and to the point, this particular program, just to give it a little bit of history, I don't know how many people are familiar with the CRP program, but the federal CRP program is designed to remove highly erodible land from production. And participating farmers in the CRP receive a payment per acre each year up to 15 years on these contracts for removing that land out of agricultural production and seeding it to permanent cover. So in the 90s, the board created the Montana CRP loan program. So they were able to actually provide a lump sum to that farmer to purchase more land, expand their equipment, that sort of thing. And then they assigned those payments to the loans. So since then, as time went on, and there's quite a list of the reasons why that we can close this out if you're curious, but in the short end of it, it has seen its better days. The program, the banks now have picked up on this, when back then in the 90s, they didn't like that, having these CRP contracts assigned. So now they're doing it, and now they're not even requiring first lien on the property. They are just getting the payments, and they're putting liens on equipment and that sort of thing. So the staff, we are recommending, there's a couple of things that we're recommending the board to do, is to authorize staff to repeal the administrative rules, the 8.97.20 administrative rules in accordance with board policy 10.402. And the second one is to authorize staff to work with the escrow agent, the trustee, and also the loan servicer to close out or discontinue this program.
Just a perspective on that CRP, as an accountant in an area that we did a lot of it. It either retired farmers or retired debt is what it did, but it stopped the ability for a lot of young farmers to get started because you took the land out.
All right.
Any other questions?
If not, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman Meredith, I would move that we authorize staff to repeal the Commerce administrative rules as stated in the report, and also to authorize the staff to work with the escrow agreement as outlined in the report.
Thank you. Motion for Member Youngkin. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. I think Member Barry snuck in there. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. So that's the last item on the agenda. Dan, is there anything else to discuss?
No, maybe what we'll do with
Could
the
I
chairs-
just make a comment on the CRP thing? A lot of times you hear about government programs never going away once they start. And so I think a lot of ours hadn't gone away in my tenure, but this is one, and I think it shows that we are highly functional, and we stepped in when there was a real need, and we also stepped out when it wasn't needed again. So that's a good process.
Models of efficiency. That's the theme of the day. That and interest rates. So maybe if it's okay with the chair, we can roll through the beginning portion of tab 1, get to tab 2, and spend a few minutes on the memo I sent out relative to workforce housing. We've got about an extra, I don't want to say hour, but hour. So that'll give us some time to answer any questions there, and then we can roll, once we get to the 11 o'clock hour, we can just roll like normal.
Okay.